Hello. Just coming to remind you that there's a lot of sides to this journey I'm on, being the spiritual journey, the walk to my higher self, the alignment with coming out of the matrix and merging with the 5D, and just all the ups and downs. And I have a few videos. I know I just saw I have 200 videos the other day. Some of them are rants, like the last one I just posted, that it gets to a point where it's so overwhelming and I want to give up. I want to say, fuck it, I can't do this. But for whatever reason, I was given a blood infusion before I was even born that says you can't give up. and it sucks some days. Like, I see other people go, I want to give up. And they get to. And they end up either homeless or millionaires. I don't know how their story works out for them. But the simple fact is they get to make a choice for themselves. But when you are a person that has gifts, and we don't go around and brag about our gifts. We don't go around and talk about, you just sit in my presence and you'll feel better, or I already know what you're thinking. Here, you don't even have to say anything. I know how you're feeling. Let me fix that. I mean, these are gifts. These are things that people don't even realize it's around them, and it's really hard on this journey because it is a lonely journey. And that's where our strength comes from, because when we're alone is when we're with spirit. But if we're not with individuals that are on that same frequency, that same level, they don't get to stay in our lives. And a lot of us healers have a lot of pain. And it comes in ebbs and flows, It comes to where one minute we're up and the next minute we're down. And when we're up, everyone flocks to us like, heal me, heal me. Oh, I like being around you. But when we're down, it's like, oh, yeah, you're fine. You're going to make it. Yeah, life's hard for everybody. And most people don't even know the magnitude of this walk. And it is that Caminando. Appalachian Rising is the one that has a song about it. And it's amazing because it does talk about that spiritual journey, that spiritual walk, never ending. And it's hard because even when you level up, you don't plateau. You get a second to be like, okay, oh, more stairs, let's keep going, and you just keep going. And it's like, Dory, just keep swimming, and you're alone for the most part. And people, yes, they come in mainly to drain and exhaust you, to make you realize where you need to put a new boundary or something else that you need to perfect to keep moving forward and leveling up. And it's exhausting. I don't know how many times I've said that. If I didn't say it enough, I'll say it again. It's fucking exhausting to sit here and have to be that healer for this world. And I know this is a role that I chose. I keep being reminded this is something you chose before you were even born. And I read the other day, you chose your name, you chose your birthday, you chose what sign you were going to be in, you chose your gifts, you chose all these things. And for a second I scoffed at it like, no, I did not choose this hard life. But then I had to come to it and go, but I'm a fucking warrior. Maybe I did, And there's times that I wake up in the middle of the night, very frequently these days. And it's that spiritual hour that I lay there awake knowing my alarm's going to go off in 3 hours. And I still lay there and I still seek that guidance, because I'm awake for a reason. It's really hard because I didn't choose to wake up. And a lot of times I wake up feeling like I've been in a battle. And more than likely I have in the spiritual world, because when you get to a point of who you are, you start knowing who you are, you begin to battle yourself more than anything in this world. And that's the hardest part, the battle with yourself, because you have two minds, success, failure, right, wrong, good, bad. Are they hurting me? They have no ill intentions. It's just this constant, can't ever just be peaceful and serene. And the one thing I've looked for is serenity. Just that, like sitting next to the lake on a nice summer's day where it's not hot and the wind is blowing and everything's perfect. The birds are chirping. You can see the wind across the water. You know, these are the moments I want to live in. And I'm a realist. So I know a lot of times there's a storm a-brewing. That there's something. Even after that last rant, I had to go take a shower and I had to rub my Himalayan salt and oil all over me, and all of these worries and all of these fears wash off of my body and down the drain. All of these worries and all these fears wash off of my body and down the drain. These are affirmations that I do for myself, mantras to try to get the negative energy out, because I can't just sit here like this my entire life like it's not mine. Shake it off. You know, Taylor Swift made a song about that. Shake it off. And it doesn't matter how much you shake, there's always something right behind it. And it feels like, and I don't know how many healers that I actually reach, but it feels like once you resolve something, there's already something else. And it's just like, fuck, man, can I have a break for a second? Can we have a breather? Can we just sit here and not focus on love and life and money and the world around us and feel the pain of everything and everybody? Because it's so overwhelming. And it's almost like Superman hearing the voices, help me, help me, help me. And you can't save everybody. And there's a lot of people that don't even deserve to have a glance from a healer because they function in such a dark, negative aspect that even if you give them a morsel of love, for them, that's kind of like, I'll go on with that and I'll obliterate that and then I'll go hurt somebody else. Somebody else that I have to heal. And it's really hard because, like I said the other day, I can't even confine myself to my house enough because the energy of the world is pushing in on me and I can't even push back. But I'm at a point now where the devil's not going to beat me. His little henchmen aren't going to defeat me. You can keep trying to wear me down and it's not going to stop me. If anything, all of these advances are making me stronger. And very irritating. That's the whole thing. And when I get irritated, that's when things start to happen. Good things for me, bad things for the people around me that are irritating me. Because I just get to a point where enough is enough, you know, to where I'm not going to show you love anymore. I'm not going to be the light out of the darkness for you. I'm not going to keep being your fucking idiot or marionette doll. I'm not going to keep doing the dance that allows the evil to play the charade. Because we're at a point right now, people like me, starting to get to a point where I'm like, I'm in a rabbit hole again. There goes that brain taking me again down some kind of thought process I don't need to be on. And the thing is, we have to snap ourselves out of it. And most of us do. If we didn't, you wouldn't still have a lot of healers that are out there spreading messages. You know, you wouldn't have that love still opening the door for you or smiling in your face, even though you're evil as all get out. And we smell you. We feel you. We see you. And right now, it's that evil that's trying to get into me that I'm just like, nah, no, not today, Satan. Not any day, actually. And you can keep trying and fighting and pushing, and all the dark magic can keep coming at me, and I'll just keep repelling it because that's the simple part of it, repelling it. The annoying part is that you try to exhaust me. And even when I'm trying to rest and recuperate, you want to enter into my dreams and my psyche and my state of being that doesn't allow me to recover. In your mind, that's what you see. But in my reality, like I said, what do? You give me muscles. You help me realize that I have to keep pushing on for a better reason, which is to push back the darkness from the rest of the world. Because yes, darkness is intoxicating. That's where all the nasty little deeds happen. That's where you can be the little miscreant that you want to be. And nobody can judge you because nobody saw what you did, right? You ain't got no proof. Show me proof. I've had people tell me this before. And I'm like, I can't show you what I felt energetically. But I could lay it out for you. And I've had a lot of people turn around and tell me I'm psychic, and I laugh because no, I'm not claiming to be psychic at any point. But I do know what you're doing. I can feel you. And a lot of times I can think what you're thinking because you push it on me. You know, if you think about somebody so much, you start to pull on them. I've said this in the last few videos that I've made. So if you don't want to bring something back into your life, stop fucking thinking about it. If you don't, and that's the hard part though. There are people that will pull on you, and you can keep pushing them away, and they'll keep pulling on you, and you'll keep pushing, and it just becomes this battle. And eventually it gets to the point, make a fucking move. Do something so we can stop this little dance we've got going on, this tug of war, because either put the final nail in the coffin or let's put the truth and reality on the table, because it is boring when it comes to this tug of war. Knock, 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 knock. Do what you're going to do. Either get the ball in the galls to say what you got to say, or move on in your miserable life and stay fucking miserable. But quit looking for a healer to make you feel better because you feel bad about yourself. That's on you to pick yourself up. It's not our job to go around and save everyone in this world. It's not our job to comfort everybody that's uncomfortable. And this is a new reality I'm coming to. And I know I sound a lot harsher in these last couple videos because I'm at a point I'm so fucking fed up with the energies that are coming around me and trying to penetrate my space. I can't take enough spiritual showers and baths. I can't sage my house enough to sit here and be like, I'm fucking done. I'm done being the unconditional love that everybody gets. I'm done being the comfort that everyone thinks they deserve. Because I'm uncomfortable. You should know what it's like. We live in a very pampered society. And it's time for people to begin to get uncomfortable with the truth. The truth of the matter is, if you're not trying, you're lying to yourself. And in all honesty, if you're lying to yourself, you're lying to everyone around you. So if it comes down to that, sit down with yourself. Take time to reflect. Be honest with your fucking self. If you're a loser, be a fucking loser and be proud of it. If you're going to use people for money, use people for their time, use people for their attention, use people for their affection, go somewhere with that nonsense. Because the thing is, when we start seeing through your lies and bullshit, we start getting like this. It doesn't last, believe me. It's just something that tells me time to break free from those ties and go ahead and move on with your life. And if you got to do it solely on that walk with the Creator, go do it. And do it with love and light, because there's nothing that is worth sitting in the darkness, the despair, the hatred, the anger, and just letting it consume you. And this is me right now trying not to let it consume me, so I keep venting and spitting it out. And I'm really hoping that this reaches other healers, because I know I'm not alone right now in this point, especially with this retrograde. I'm not alone. We're in the retrograde of Mars. You know, that warring planet that says, I'm here to create chaos. And if I create chaos and dishevel or upheaval in this world of imbalance, awesome. Because it's about fucking time we wage a war on something other than love. And this is love waging a war on fucking hate and fear and despair, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people sitting in the dark and going, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Step out and fucking find out. Real simple. You won't know unless you fuck around and find out. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thought this would be a little less blunt and hostile, but nope, that energy's still flowing and I'm still blowing. So for now, I'm going to leave it at that. Peace, love, and light. Bye-bye.